Informal workplace learning for accountants in real estate property management, completed by Asim, Hassan, and Stephanie. The approach to return on investment. Investing in employees is an integral part of growth for First Capital Realty. The primary focus will be on the training impact for the accounting department, cost effectiveness to generate continual sales growth by hiring the right team and provide collaboration via peer-to-peer interaction with the accounting team can impact the financial gain of the real estates purchased. The approach to the return on investment impacts via their training program has proven to drive First Capital's continual and fast growth in the industry. In order to operate efficiently, on-site training for the accounting department will allow them to complete their day-to-day tasks while meeting their required mandates to achieve a successful return on investing. The company has adopted the ADDI training model. They have identified who their learners are and identified what behavior outcomes is required to achieve the necessary results to be result-driven. For example, the accounting team reconciles the sales and leasing activities. This data is used by the accounting team to identify historical trends to better understand the areas to invest. Upon training, the team has identified where this data will be housed and will allow the team to know how the properties are closed on a month-to-month basis, as well as how many properties are leased and how many units remain vacant. A thorough training process identifying all 5 steps. This training is robust because it is ideal to review the financial trends to understand the financial flow of the company, to identify key areas that the company can concentrate on for further growth and profit growth. Also, it will identify areas where they may not want to invest. This training also focuses on a hands-on approach to help the accounting team hone in to best practices for tasks such as reconciliating their files. The rationale for this sector. The focus for this department is on informal workplace training. The training is constructed by a well-trained senior staff member with side-by-side shadowing. Avoiding a classroom setting as a practical learning style will allow the employees to learn by completing the task. The purpose of training in this manner will ensure that the accountant team can communicate the performance of their portfolio to their stakeholders, and knowledge from one team member to the other is passed down to each other. When measuring the outcomes in corporate training, the author recommends that it is essential to introduce a comprehensive plan, especially when resources are limited and the company needs are vast. Barnett and Maytox. If the accounting team cannot identify key areas such as the profit margin or month-to-month earnings to determine what the cash flow is, the company can have concerns of not meeting regulatory requirements. Also, the company can face financial implications if First Capital Realty stock market is reporting inaccurately. In addition, if the company cannot validate its revenue against its expenses, the company could run its operation into bankruptcy. Having the required trained staff on the team will result in understanding if the company has a net income or net loss, and they can predict the year-over-year expected budgets and growth for anticipated investments. What are some issues and challenges of the ROI approach? There can be legal implications due to inaccurate financial statements if the employee is not trained correctly or if they do not provide the sufficient amount of training to ensure that financial statements are recorded correctly. The cost effectiveness of the workplace learning can be quite expensive, and if the applicant or the employee doesn't stay long, the company has just invested in an employee and has a high turnover, which can be a concern. They also have to pay the trainers or mentors if they have separate trainers that come in to train the department. However, in this case, they do save on training as they are using senior staff.
What range of technology is used for workplace learning in the context of Part 1 of your PBL? There are three range of technology we used at first: capital link, messaging, productivity, collaboration. Messaging services messaging service include Microsoft Outlook email and Microsoft Link. Microsoft Outlook email is our email software that we use uh, frequently to communicate with one and each other. The second is Microsoft Link. Microsoft Link is our internal software, internal program, which is more of a chatting program that we quickly, if we want or want something quickly from our colleague, we use frequently that software, Microsoft Link messaging services. Second is productivity. Microsoft Corporate Learning has offered Microsoft Office, which include Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and Outlook email software. Microsoft Excel is widely and most commonly used in our accounting department due to its due to spreadsheet complexity. Company has three different courses from beginner to expert. Collaboration. The company has subject matter expert. There are employees, and those employees are very senior. They have extensive experience and had completed these courses before. Uh, After Microsoft courses, if someone has a question or stuck somewhere, they actually turn to our senior employees. They help them. They share their experience, their techniques, their shortcuts that they're useful, and and then they also organize lunch and learn type of sessions. There are some refresher. There are some program for the new and the old employee. There are some challenges. Of course, every company has challenge. Um, at FCR, we face similar challenge. Sometimes there are conflict with employee schedule. They are busy, but they have to take time out for the training. The some employee reluctant to change. Some employee for some employee they are hard to grasp some information, to retain the information due to some other reason. They're on the job for so long. They're accustomed for the same work. Um, but the key is the collaboration. We work together. There's some senior employee. We have a buddy up system. We have a Q&A sessions. We share smart techniques with our fellow employees. At the end is a win-win situation for both employee and employer. Both of them gain um, asset and value out of it.
Thank you for watching.